Hey guys, welcome back. So what we're looking at today is 6.8, are relationships predictable? So let's go ahead and jump right in. So what we're looking at here is properties of angles and sides in right triangles. So for each right triangle below, find the missing side, and Pythagorean theorem could be helpful, and the missing angle. So looking at number one, let's start with the angles. We know that in a triangle they have to have 180 degrees. Also, these are all right triangles, which means one of the angles is 90. So that means the other two angles left over have to equal 90. They have to be complementary. So if we take 90 minus the 58 or 53, 18, we're going to get 36, 82. So angle A is 36.82 degrees. Now, for the side of the triangle, remember Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we have n squared plus 3 squared equals 5 squared, n squared plus 9 equals 25. We subtract the 9, n squared equals 16. We take the square root, so n equals 4. So the side here is 4. So you're finding both the angle and the side, so you need to have two answers for every single one of these. Now, we're also going to do number 6, just so you have a few more here to look at. So Pythagorean theorem to find n squared plus 5 squared equals 13 squared. So n squared plus 25 equals 169. We subtract the 25. N squared equals 144. Take the square root. N equals 12. So our side length is 12. Now, for finding our angle A, we're going to take 90 minus 67, 38, which is going to give us 2262 degrees. So A equals 22.62 degrees. So like I said, you're finding both the angle and the side measure. So creating trigonometric ratios for right triangles. So ratios is your key word for this lesson, ratios. For each right triangle and the identified angle of reference, create the desired trigonometric ratios. If any sides of the triangles are missing, find them before determining the ratio. So luckily, our sides are all given to us here, so we don't have to worry about that. So for finding our ratios, cosine is what's known as, so we have SOHCAHTOA. Oops, not an 8, sorry. SOHCAHTOA. This is sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse. This is cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. And this is tangent, which is opposite over adjacent. So with that in mind, cosine of A means we're looking at this angle here, and we look for the opposite side, or sorry, cosine would be adjacent side. They do it in a weird order. Adjacent side, which is 4, over the hypotenuse, which is 8.06. Now we do sine of A. So now we do 7 over 8.06. And then tangent is opposite over adjacent, so 7 over 4. Now, we go over here, we do it all from the B angle as our point of reference. So we do adjacent over hypotenuse. So we have 7 over 8.06. Then we do opposite over hypotenuse. We have 4 over 8.06. And then we do tangent, opposite over adjacent, 4 over 7. So what you might be noticing is, notice tangent, they're just the reciprocal of each other. Cosine and sine, When we go from one angle to the other, they flip. So cosine of A is the same thing as sine of B. Cosine of B is the same thing as sine of A. So you're just writing the ratios. You don't have to reduce these down at all. You just have to write the ratio or the fraction, okay? So same thing for the rest of these. All right, the last part is factoring quadratics. So provide the factored form and the x and y intercepts. So we are looking at number 11. What two things multiply to give us 20, add to give us 9? Well, that would be 5 and 4. So x plus 4, x plus 5, which means our x-intercepts are -4 and -5 because they're always the opposite of the factors. And the y-intercept is 20. Your y-intercept is given to you in all of these. It's the last number, the one without the variable. All right, for 13, what two things? So this is a difference of two squares. So what number times itself gives us 49? That would be 7. So we're going to have x plus 7 and x minus 7. And the intercepts are going to be -7 and +7. And the y-intercept is -49. All right, and last but not least, 15. What two things multiply to give us 100 and add to give us 20? Well, that would be 10 and 10. So x plus 10, x plus 10. So our x-intercept is just at -10, and our y-intercept is at 100. So that's what you guys will be doing for these. Look, find the thing that multiplies to give you your c value, adds to give you your b value. Then write out your intercepts. All right? Okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a great day.